name of the Inquisition. We must be careful. I will enchant us with the gift of the unseen. Anmas obscura invisus.
Bloody mages. What's this about?
We can still be seen, but now we appear as just another face in the crowd. What's more, it should fool the Order of the Veil into thinking I am still the same demon.
What's the plan?
We must go to the upper city, to Kyalatar itself, and learn what we can before the Penta Nera returns here.
Then we hide?
No. Then I meet with them and see what they know. And we hope that they do not see through our ruse.
The city of Kyalatar has been rebuilt so many times, it is often impossible to tell from which era its buildings originate. Is that castle really a survivor from the Gerulian Empire era? Or simply a reproduction of an architecturally similar style? Sometimes it's impossible to tell. Since the sacking of Kyalatar in the Accession Wars, however, the city has undergone a major renovation. The noble houses have been forced by the total destruction of the upper city to rebuild the plaza in its entirety. Each time the city rises from the rubble, it rises higher. Where other nations would look at the impossibility of constructing a city amidst the high peaks, the nobles of Kyalatar see the challenge and find it impossible to decline. The balance of power is held at this time between two houses. House Malphagon, the seat of the Lord Protector, where Prolocutor Tiberius graciously rules as regent. House of the Eagle, one of the oldest families, now in the shrewd hands of its matriarch Cyrene Acta. Only the power brokering of House Zoftig, the Courtesans Guild, has held the uneasy peace in Kyalatar in recent years. But for all the bickering of the noble houses, no one doubts that the real power lies with the Inquisition and the Penta Nera that control it. What would I not give to gain back my library and the civil mage's villa? But alas, I must trust in my allies to learn what our enemies are scheming.
Take me up now. Now is as good a time as any to talk. The winchman cannot hear us. You have discovered something? Yes? Something Kren sent you to uncover?
Perhaps so.
Do not tell me what it is. If we are captured and tortured, my ignorance could save us.
Where's Kren's?
I don't know. And if we're lucky, neither do the Penta Nera. Right now, Lady Mara and the rest of the Penta Nera are expecting me for our next ritual. If I don't turn up, they'll be suspicious. We shall have to be at the Civil Mage's villa when it happens. And if we're fortunate, we can learn something helpful at the same time. City of nobles, rebuilt above its own rubble, yet again.
I'm uncertain if we should meet with Tiberius. We exchanged a letter, but I do not trust him.
Nor should you. There's no one here yet. That gives us some time. We should talk to the power brokers, see what we can learn. Prolocutor Tiberius, Lady Cyrene of the House of Eagle, perhaps Madame Zoftig if she's in town.
Run along. I have more pressing matters to attend to.
I demand an audience with the Prolocutor.
We should be careful what we tell the Prolocutor.
Indeed, we should reveal only what is necessary.
Let me do the talking here. I've known this man for many years.
Jaska, you made it back to Kaialisar safely. I continue to have my men search for Lady Kiri, but to no avail. Have you been able to discover anything?
Nothing to report yet.
It's a terrible situation. Everyone suspects my involvement. Can you believe it? I have served House Malfagan loyally as Prolocutor ever since poor little Kiri's mother passed away. I just don't know what will happen if we do not find her soon. You need my assistance?
What do you plan to do if we can't find Kiri?
It's a difficult situation, as I'm sure you appreciate. If House Malfagan falls, it could mean civil war for Cormonth, since each noble house will claim the protectorship for themselves. There is one possibility worth pursuing. The seal of the Warlord.
You seek to recover it?
Legally speaking, the Lord Protector is only sovereign in the Warlord's stead. The betrayal and execution of the Warlord of Kaialisar 3 centuries ago ended his family as a political force. Yet if the seal of the Warlord were recovered, well, wouldn't that present an interesting situation? You need my assistance?
What would you give me for the seal of the Warlord?
If you are able to recover the seal, I could offer you something very special indeed. The soul of your wife, Fallon. I understand the Inquisition now has ways of bringing captured souls back to life. At the very least, I'm certain you would not want them to acquire it. I have located the seal of the warlord here in Kailasar, but it is beyond my power to recover it. I need someone with your talents. What do you want to know?
Who would want to block Fallen Eagle Pass?
I'm uncertain, but these are desperate times. The noble houses scheme while House Malfagan seems vulnerable. Cutting off the battalion at Fallen Eagle Pass weakens our position considerably. You have some questions, hmm?
How long have the Griffins been hunting in the pass?
I'm uncertain. It has to be recent, though. They usually avoid the inhabited places. What do you want to know?
There are storm furies in the pass.
Belligerent elementals this close to Kailasar? These are dark times indeed. What do you want to know?
A Grey Claw shaman was outside Fallen Eagle Fortress.
That could explain the problems in the pass. A Taimurian shaman could summon elementals and call down the Griffins. Whoever is moving against House Malfagan has both wealth and influence.
Someone just like you, Tiberius.
Indeed. I wonder which of the noble houses it might be. What do you want to know?
Fallen soul for the seal of the warlord. You have a deal.
Good, good. I knew I could count upon your assistance. My family line descends from the last warlord. We have long kept secret the location of the seal. Corwenth was ruled by many warlords. The warlord of Kailasar, as is well known, betrayed us to the God Empress, who then executed him as a traitor. Since then, the Lord Protector has ruled until the warlord returns. As the other provinces lost their military importance, the Lord Protector soon came to rule not just Kailasar, but the entirety of Corwenth. What is not known is that the remains of the last warlord of Kailasar were buried in the Kailasarian mausoleum, in an unmarked sepulchre. The seal of the warlord lies there still, but no living soul may step into the mausoleum, and only the civil mage knows how a body may be safely interred there. With the civil mage fled and his whereabouts unknown, I would need someone skilled in the ways of the undead to recover the seal, which is where you come in. Enter the mausoleum, find the unmarked grave, and recover the seal of the warlord. I am the last descendant of the warlord of Kailasar. The seal is of value solely to me. Recover it, and Fallon's soul shall be yours. How can I help?
How do I get into the mausoleum?
It lies deep below the city, but when a cadaver of noble blood is to be interred, it is taken up to Lichcrag, where the civil mage sounds the shamad to mark their passing. I can only deduce there's some means of access atop Lichcrag. You have some questions, hmm?
I'd better get going.
What can I do for you?
I'd better get going.
How can I help?
What news of the heir to House Malfagon?
Alas, the heir to the Lord Protectorship of Corwenth is still missing. I suspect kidnapping, but I've received no demands. I continue to act as Regent Protector in her stead, but how long this can remain a secret is anyone's guess. The seal of the Lord Protector is still warm, so the line of House Malfagan is not yet ended. But Kiri is the last of the Malfagans. If she dies, it could mean war between the noble houses of Kailasar. You need my assistance?
I shall take my leave now, Prolocutor. I demand an audience with Lady Cyrene Akdar.
Lady Carissa, what a pleasure to see you again.
I am no lady, Cyrene. House Cantrek fell centuries ago.
How remiss of me to forget. Does the Inquisition have something to discuss with my house? What do you want?
What would happen if the seal of the warlord was found?
An odd question, but I suppose Tiberius could stake a claim to the title of warlord if he had the seal. I am not certain if that would prevent civil war or incite it. I find these audiences tiring.
Do you know how to enter the mausoleum?
Why would you wish to know this?
A private matter. Do you know the way in?
The physical entrance is long since lost in the rubble below the city, but there is another way. What do you want?
What is the other way into the mausoleum?
I would prefer you not go there.
I can take care of myself.
No doubt, but such was not my concern. Be warned, Carissa. The mausoleum is not a hospitable place for the living. What is it,
Any word on the heir to House Malfagon?
How fortuitous you should ask this. Am I to take it that the Inquisition's interests are not served by Prolocutor Tiberius?
No decision has been made.
Although it pains me to admit it, young Kiri Malfagon is vital to maintaining order in Kyalisa. I have learned that the Prolocutor is responsible for her disappearance. You may be undecided on his merits, but I can persuade you. I know where young Lady Kiri is being held, and it is my fancy that you rescue her. Save me your excuses. You will do this in return for the one thing I have that the Inquisition desires. The soul of Darius, the Lion of Corwinth. I see I have your attention, Carissa. It is my understanding that the Inquisition is in the market for the souls of great warriors. And who could be greater than the Lion of Corwinth? I find these audiences tiring.
How do you have Darius's soul? Do you have a necromancer in your house?
I have told you all you need to know about this particular matter. Ask your questions, child.
Who would want to block Fallen Eagle Pass?
Why would you ask me for political analysis, Carissa? Doubtless Tiberius cannot count on the support of the battalion at the fortress. Yet blockading the pass is an act of weakness on his part. He shall not prevail. Ask your questions, child.
Why are there wild griffins in Fallen Eagle Pass?
Do I seem like a common huntress to you, Carissa? Do not waste my time with such petty affairs. I find these audiences tiring.
What is your position on Prolocutor Tiberius?
I respect a power grab, but not a Vulgarian upstart like Tiberius. He will require dealing with. Ask your questions, child.
How do you suggest dealing with Tiberius?
I have no intention of discussing that with you. What do you want?
I shall rescue Kiri Malfagon for you in return for Darius's soul.
Excellent. I thought I might be able to entice you. Travel forthwith to Broken Spear Pass on the border of Temuria. Kiri is held by Sebekan slavers there. Rescue her and bring her back to Kyalisa. You shall receive your reward. Ask me what you will.
I...
What do you want?
I shall take my leave now, Lady Cyrene. Zoftic is closed.
The Courtesan's Guild rarely closes.
Except when trouble is afoot. Not much left to do now, but wait. It will not open without a key or a lever. Lich Crag lies down this path.
Never hunted a wild griffin in Kyalasa before. Never been to Lich Crag before. It's not where the necromancer used to live.
The word lich is simply an old word for corpse. It need not imply necromancy.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
The Shamad. Other than the name, I know nothing about it.